So welcome back to what is episode 6 of creating the lair of Dag. We've done a lot of work so far. If you haven't seen them, there's another 5 videos that cover the build process up to this point. Go have a look because they'll lay all the foundations for what we're doing here. Those of you that have been viewing the comment, I hope you like it. Remember to hit like if you do. Subscribe if you want to see more, and remember the bell because that will tell you when new stuff goes up. We have Instagram that has both these releases, lots of things I do on Hero Forge and other bits and pieces. There's Facebook and a Discord server as well. So come join the community and get involved. That all said, let's not waste time here. Let's get down to it and look at the map. So where we left off last time was we'd finished the musical section and we're looking at adding bits in for the little group of kobolds or whatever we're adding. And we'd just opened up all of this extra area. Interesting, it's got water in it. So that we had a space back here to carve in to create the base kobold. Now I'm planning on doing something a bit more complex with this. So I'm just going to start off by carving. And I'm going to be adding and removing material across around the space that I'm creating here. Because what I want is this to be actually a multi-level space. And then I just need to make sure that I don't leave anything else up. And we can have a bit of fun with this one as well. So I'm not ready for objects yet, so I'm going to come over, erase objects, large brush size, and just take all of these out. Back over here. But now I want to do some carving and some raising, so let's see how deep we can take it. Lower terrain, brush strength, maximum. There we go. Now, it's not all going to be down at this level, but in some places I'm going to create massive cliffs. This has been sped up hugely. Doing anything like this used to take forever. But no one can say that the guys don't listen to user feedback. So just carve out. So this is below our cave level. Now what I could do here is actually flood it. I have no intention of doing, because your water level is your water level, so it would flood it up into the level of the lake, of the river, which isn't really what I have in mind, but now at the moment I'm just taking it all down to what I want to be my base level. It's not staying down at this level. I'm just creating a nice large area to play with. Right. There we go. Just a little bit of something, doesn't it? And now at the moment, there's no other way in. So what I'm going to do here is probably, let's go back to cave. I'm going to carve at cave level. Not something that big. Carve something at cave level. That's more like what I wanted. It should never be easy to find your way into a lair. And then to make that more cave-like, objects, nature, corrupted rock. Ooh, that sounds far more fun. Be a lot bigger though. Collisions off as usual. Rotate. Wasn't meaning to pick those up. So let's grab me my barbarian. Duplicate that. Back to objects, corrupted rock. We like corrupted rock. And paint. Actually, what I'm going to do is go to my normal because I want to kind of get this tidied. I could have probably chosen a different terrain to start off with, which would have done what I wanted a bit more, but let's make sure that all of this is nice. I'm going to have to go back and look at a lot of these walls. We'll do that when we get to the end and I start looking at how we're going to make it work with Foundry. I also need to make that little river go away in the edge there, but right now I'm more concerned with just tidying this up a bit. There's a bit there where I need to change things out a little. There we go. See, I think the trouble is what I've done is a lot of what I've just carved is done with terrain, which is fine. I just need to make sure that we still have the sharp carving at the top so that it decides that it's a cavern wall. And then need to tidy up some of the other bits I've done on this, but this is just so that when we do the final map from the top, it looks better. And everything's underground, so why have we got green? Raise cave area. Because that's not nice. There we go. And let's go back. So again, the bulk of this is just tidying up the terrain so it looks more deep underground. That muddy terrain is nice and it kind of gives you an effect, but you don't quite feel like you're under a ton of stone. So this actually shows we're getting towards the end if I'm at the stage that I'm just trying to tidy up the overall effect of the entire map. It's a headache when you start a map and you're not 100% certain where you're going with it. You know, you can select the wrong option and there are ways to go and change it, but that can change all of the map or try and redo lots. So I'm going through and doing this the safe way and doing it by hand. More tools, especially quality of life tools for dealing with things like this, are getting added in every edition, and it's things we don't expect. So I can't say, well, oh, we'll be looking at that. The up-down tool for changing the height of things just suddenly popped in towards the end and wasn't one of the big ticket items on the last update. It was a big ticket item for a lot of people, myself included, but it wasn't one of the big roadmap items. There we go. What's already done in there? The other nice thing about this is I'm not using this for the inside terrain so much. so it'll also help separate. Let's go back, raise. That's what's happened here, is it's been cut down badly. Well, of course, been cut down badly by me, but there we go. So I'm just basically fixing lots of little bits and pieces as I go around doing this. Now noticing, oh, there's a problem that I don't like it. Oh, one moment, my wife is calling. I clicked stop, I didn't mean to, so that's kind of slightly messed up the length of this video, because I've got no idea how long I was going for. In a moment I will go in and check, because I do want to keep these videos to a sensible length, and that could easily push this one beyond the distance I really want them to go. Sure, people only want to put up with me for a certain period of time, and I might edit them all together at the end. There are two extra things I'm planning on doing at the end. One will be a rapidly accelerated version of putting this together. Yeah, I'm talking 100 times speed kind of thing, just suddenly really fast. And the other will be the tour. That's better. That's much better, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Just tidy a couple of these. It does not have to be perfect. In fact, it's even better if it isn't perfect, because it creates some variation. So file, save, and while that's saving in the background, I'm going to have a quick look into videos and find out how long that first video was. Length, is that today's? Yep, 15 minutes. Wonderful. So, back to where we were. Objects. And delete these. Now, see, what I can't do at the moment, because this doesn't have true multi-level, I'd love to be able to dig out small caves at different heights, but I can't. Multi-level is coming, so race terrain. So we've got this. Oh no, too strong, too much. Let's flatten terrain, because that will work all off to that level. So what I'm going to be doing here is just creating a couple of levels. So we've got that level, change the strength. Nope, more than I wanted. And then just go to flatten terrain about there. Oh, no. I was still on raise. That should then flatten it out to about that height. Leaves aren't perfect, so I'm coming over here just to really add some change in definition. Yeah, raise this up a bit higher than some of the other stuff. Flatten terrain, I'll do it about there. So flatten terrain basically picks the point that you put your first point at and makes that the terrain height that it will level everything to. Write that at full. That's better. Shrink the brush size. I'm not actually going to punch through. So there's a little way through there. Now I'm going to do the same with this. So the idea with those is if I come up to objects, I can get a dodgy ladder. And place it there. There we go. No, we don't. It's not always easy placing things when you're burying them in terrain. There we go. Duplicate. No, this one's going to be a bit more tricky. Because these aren't better than I hoped for, to be honest. It almost looks like it's meant to look like that. Duplicate that. And drop this one down. There we go. Duplicate. Drop until it starts to disappear. Ooh. Okay, let's come back over into terrain. Lower terrain, because we're on the bottom level here, so it's... Right, back to objects. Now, what I'm actually going to do, it's going to seem a bit weird at this point, I'm going to raise, well, we're up on reach with the cave ceiling, but I'm going to raise the terrain slightly. Because I'm going to be able to put some pits in here. And at the moment, that's all at pit level. So I'm just going to... Don't want to bring it up high. So I'm going to drop my brush strength way down. Come over to here because this is going to give me a clue as how high is the most I want to raise it, which is probably that. Then go to flatten terrain and boost both up. Go. Okay. Undo that. Let's not boost my brush size so much to start off with, so I can do this. Because I'm going to go back to using that black smoke effect in a moment, and you'll see what I'm up to. Let's do it there just so I can give a demonstration. It'll make more sense as I go along. So, black smoke, small brush size, maximum density. Let's disappear the base here completely into nowhere. Now we have what appears to be a bottomless pit. I am going to come back here, lower terrain, because I want to sharpen up that edge. I don't want it to look quite so easy for a player to edge their way along. And black smoke. I'm going to do the same over here, then I'll come and change the terrain So this is just going to have some islands. So back to flattened terrain. Boost the brush size for the moment. Ooh, wrong direction. Shrink the brush size. Control Z. Boost the brush size. There we go. Now shrink it. Have a little peninsula there. And I can just use that. The nice thing with flatten, as you can see, is I can use it just to go in either direction as long as you've already got the height you want to work with in place. And back to effects. Black smoke. Especially with dark lighting, this should be really, really effective as far as everything just disappearing into the pit. Again, some of this may be too gentle to create pre-made walls for things like Foundry. But on something this complex, that's not surprising. There's nothing to stop you, though, coming in and building your own. But we'll look at that when we get to that point. I will probably do a separate Foundry related map at the end of this. Ooh. Oh no, I did create a peninsula, but that peninsula is like not quite the right height. That's why I'm getting confused. More confused. Flattened terrain. You need a certain amount of depth, otherwise the black smoke won't really be quite as effective. There we go. Now I've got to be cautious because if I look, I see suddenly, rather than down, I've got a huge amount up here. Perfect. There we go. A bit better. That's not perfect, but if you think it's designed to work predominantly around a top-down map, it's not too bad. Bring it back out around this way because I haven't finished off around here yet. At some point, I'm hoping we'll get an infinite carving tool. And by that, I mean something where when you use it, you're actually carving something that has no depth to it and just shows us going on forever. Okay, go back into objects. I used raised terrain there, which was probably the wrong thing. What I really want probably is raised cave height. For that, lift it up like there. And make sure that I've got fairly solid edges again. I probably want to go around and do this all the way around everything, just to make sure I've got really solid walls like that. Because it will save so much time if it's doing that in Foundry for me, rather than me having to go in and create walls for absolutely everything. It also gives you a slightly nicer, more craggy finish to the edge if you've gone around and made sure that you've got cave walls all the way around. So I'm just going to go around and tidy up this one for now. All of it will get tidied as we go along. But it's an awful long time to go and retrace everything. So let's go and retrace these because they're what we're working on. That seems to make sense to me. Anyway. There we go. I wouldn't mind at times slightly smaller brushes. I don't always have quite the level of finesse I would like, but hey. So again, let's boost all of that. So a lot of the rest of it actually already has largely been done this way. More by accident than on purpose. I'll get that one up because that hasn't quite got it. Nice sharp edges. There we go. Quick message to my wife, tell her how long I'm going to still be doing this for. I'm getting too much trouble with her. Right, now that's done. Save. Zoom in, objects, rope. Okay, I was going to have some kind of rope thing going down there. But I'm going for plan B. I'm going to grab some more wonderful corrupted rock. Drag it down. Shrink it down. And zoom in. Right, now what height am I working at? Yes, you guessed it. I'm putting in some kind of stairway. And if any of you want to use this stairway, you're mad. But that's kind of half the reason I'm creating it. I wouldn't want to use this stairway, I'm the one who's creating it. And I'm not scared of heights. The funny thing is, Dagg, who all of this is dedicated to, is renowned for his desire to pull out the ban hammer and ban anyone who misbehaves from Discord. Not necessarily a bad concept, but apparently I'm not getting banned until I finish this. I did tell him this wasn't necessarily an incentive. But no, it is a very good community in Dungeon Alchemist. Now, the nice thing with staircases like this, of course, is they could easily be full of traps. Don't step on this stair wide because it will fall away from underneath you. There we go, one uber unnerving staircase. Tidy those up a little. And no, I'm not putting a banister or a rope or anything fun like that. And after all of that, I'm going to save again. I do want a few more of these around up here though. So let's go objects, paint, nature, glowing mushrooms. Shrink the brush size and just add some more around. I'm going to have to clear out some of those, but like that one can come sit actually over here. And then I'm not going to clear it out, I'm just going to clear a bit of space. And go up there, over here. Okay, let's have a quick look at lights again. Take the lighting way down. You see what I mean when I say that the darkness suddenly appears to be the pits of the damned. But what it does mean is I need some lighting. So, light, clay lanterns. No, I don't want lanterns. I don't want candles. I want torches. These are kobolds. They don't do anything fancy. So now if we come back to lighting, cut that down. Let's and back to objects, because I'm going to put one halfway down. I wasn't actually going to mount one on the wall, but I've changed my mind. What's the tackiest? Most dodgy. That'll do. Not quite perfect, but it'll do. Back because I want it to be an appropriate height. And that's actually a little low. Again, make sure it's actually in the wall. That's much better. And save. As I keep saying, you have to periodically drop a character in. I'm just going to put one in there because I'm a bit nervous about the scale on that. Okay, let's go for someone who's a bit more sensibly sized than a barbarian. No, that's not too bad. Lighting, because that's the way it's actually likely to look when we finish it. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm going to copy that. There. No. Yeah, because it's not going to light the top, so that can go down there. Now, tents. You see, this level will be where the poor kobolds live. Though again, I need to drop a token in on that scale these little. Don't want to make a mistake on that if you're going to the toilet at night, do you? delete that one. It's eating up a bit more space than I'd like it to be. And pull that one round. Let's be sensible with space here. And then have another one that settles into there. And objects. That needs more light to it. Not a fan of that one. Light, braziers, bonfire. Throw it out. I suspect the problem with that is they've put the light source at the wrong height. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a candle. That one will do. Change its light type. Boost it. And then stick it in the middle bonfire. So you can't really see it, but you get a far more bonfire-y type effect. And can I pick me a candle? Yes. And then turn that like that. File, save. So now we've got our multi-levels. We're starting to get some life appear in the lower level. So that gives us something to work on for now. Next time we're going to continue. We'll put in the higher levels, the higher status areas in the Kobold camp. Start adding items, tables. Give it some life, because at the moment it just looks very, very plain. And continue to build things. So that's enough for this time. I hope you've enjoyed the content and liked and subscribed. You can see what's going on. If you have subscribed, don't forget to hit the bell. Join us on Instagram, Discord, Facebook. And with all of that said, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.